Hello and welcome back to the Elsie McClure version. Today we are studying in Amos. Amos happens before Hosea, so if you were here for Hosea, in the chronological order of the Bible, Amos happens actually before all of Hosea's book is written. Some of Hosea's book is written during the same time frame because it mentions the same kings at the beginning. So this is going to be the beginning, probably 2 Kings like 10, 11. Maybe just 10, and 2 Chronicles like 23, 24. That's going to be the context of this. Yes. Okay. We're going to just jump right in to verse 1 of chapter 1. The words of Amos, who was among the shepherds of Tekoa, which he saw concerning Israel in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel, 2 years before the earthquake. And he said, the Lord roars from Zion and utters his voice from Jerusalem. The pastures of the shepherds mourn, and the top of Carmel withers. Thus says the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Damascus, and for 4 I will not revoke the punishment, because they have threshed Gilead with threshing sledges of iron. So I will send a fire upon the house of Hazael, and it shall devour the strongholds of Ben-Hadad. I will break the gate bar of Damascus, and cut off the inhabitants from the valley of Avon, and him who holds the scepter from Beth Eden. And the people of Syria shall go into exile to Kir, says the Lord. Okay. Apparently, Israel's neighbors have not been good. And so that's what the Lord is currently talking about. Thus says the Lord, verse 6, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4 I will not revoke the punishment, because they carry into exile a whole people to deliver them up to Edom. So I will send a fire among the walls of Gaza, and it shall devour her strongholds. I will cut off the inhabitants from Ashdod, and him who holds the scepter from Eshkelon. I will turn my hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, says the Lord God. Thus says the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyre, and for 4 I will not revoke the punishment, because they delivered up a whole people to Edom, and did not remember the covenant of brotherhood. So I will send a fire upon the wall of Tyre, and it shall devour her strongholds. Jiminy crickets. Okay. Thus says the Lord, verse 11, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not revoke the punishment. So he said this continually. This is the same thing he keeps saying about all of the neighbors. Because he pursued his brother with the sword and cast off all pity, and his anger tore perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. So I will send a fire upon Teman, and it shall devour the strongholds of Bozrah. Thus says the Lord. Okay, so right now we are at we have heard Damascus's trials. Okay, because of Israel's shepherds. Gaza's, Tyre, Edom, and now the Ammonites. All right, so verse 13. Thus says the Lord, for 3 transgressions of the Ammonites, and for 4 I will not revoke the punishment, because they have ripped open pregnant women in Gilead, when they might enlarge their border. That is definitely mentioned. All these things are like mentioned in the Chronicles. Like they're going to tie back to each other, okay? So I will kindle a fire, verse 14, in the wall of Rabbah, and it shall devour her strongholds, with shouting on the day of battle, with the tempest in the wind of the whirlwind, and their king shall go into exile, he and his princes together, says the Lord. So far, we have 5 people, and there's more in the next chapter, but we have 5 people that the Lord is holding accountable for their actions, okay? Now, at this time, I don't think Israel is having really any good kings. I feel like Joash is not terrible, because I think he's the king that takes over after Jezebel and Ahab and the replacement they have. So let me check really fast. Second Chronicles 23. Yeah, because Josh repairs the temple. Okay, so this is Second Chronicles 24, which is the context of Amos. Okay. No, wait. No, it's not. Just kidding. Amaziah is also Uzziah, by the way. No, it's not. This is so confusing. Listen, they use multiple names for the same kings. They couldn't just pick on one. All right, Uzziah is chapter 26. Amaziah was his father. That's what it is. He did do good. He did do good. He listened to Zechariah. He did do good. But not the Zechariah I think we know. And then and then in Second Kings is going to be the conversation around Jeroboam. I'm freaking confused. Okay. Yeah, so I think, okay, yeah. I don't think he did good. Yeah. So it's in 2 Kings 14 is where it talks about Jeroboam. And he did evil in the sight of the Lord. So, unfortunately, that is why the next part talks about judgment to the other nations, as in Judah and Israel. But so far, these are the people. That's the context, those times frames. So that's what we got for today. Go read up on the background if you haven't recently. So 2 Kings like 14 and 2 Chronicles like 25, something like that. Anyway, that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow.